as I was saying, a stock index, for example, right? A stock index is what you need to establish your own stock market. You have to be able to calculate when a stock doubles, right? Now, if what we're dealing with is a immoral stock market, an immoral financial market, and the aim is a moral financial market, then all we need to do is understand what a Knight's Tour dating and marriage contract is. You see that letter G, the lower cap G, right next to the Knight piece, right? That's algebra, because you know each of the pieces A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I know you see that, right? Now, if you pick up a newspaper and you want to understand who won a chess game or whatever, they got this system, and once you learn the system, the algebraic notations, you will understand how a person was checkmated and all that. Well, that makes it an algorithm. That makes it a computer language. Okay? Now, if that one piece, that Knight piece, can touch each one of these squares one time and only once, that makes it a Knight's Tour. That means that in the chess notations, you're going to be using these symbols, these Unicode symbols, to come up with the same understanding of how the game went, right? That's how the system works. Okay, if that's over your head, just bear with me, because think about it. We're talking chess. We're talking algebra. All right, this is some public school shit. So think about that for a minute, because this is something we can own simply because I have the copyright and the provisions. I'm not doing this for myself. I'm doing this for my people. That's the difference between me and a lot of these brothers out here touting the praises of some false prophet. The only way to solve our problems is to resurrect Black Wall Street, to have our own index, to have our own platform. All right? The problem here is that it takes a dating and marriage contract to make that happen. It takes talented people to make that happen. I'm a talented brother, right? There's someone out there that's like perfect for me as far as my creative flow, because they have a creative flow and they're trying to accomplish something. They have their own brand, right? So it's not me trying to make them out to be something to suit my purpose. No, it's them doing them and me doing me. That's how each relationship, each date should go. It's not about trying to fit someone into your own fantasy. So understand me. This is a gaming system. If someone bets on you, if someone bets against you, that has a probability function. That means the cards have to be coded in a way that is unique to our culture, to our platform. Any app that is developed from that platform, we own it. Any company that steps up to help develop that app, we still own it. Just that we're doing business with that company now. They get a little bit of a percentage. We're meeting our quarterly projections as a people. That's 12.5% of America's population. Okay? Now, even if you don't understand the codes, just know that it's sacred geometry and it can be taught. If it can be taught, then you can have, and I'm talking to you brides of Yeshua, because this is your contract. As soon as this thing gets published, you're gonna take the time to understand what a Knight's Tour is, what an algorithm is, what a software program is, what a platform is, what a jobs app is. You wanna understand all of that, because we have to know who's betting against us and who's betting with us. We have to know this, okay? And here's why. Here's why. And then I'm going to close. I have to claim my sword and shield so that I can fight with my mind, body, and spirit for my family. If I'm successful, other brothers are going to want to do the same for their family. If you bet against me, it's a 6-1 odds against. I'm going to put up my shield. If you bet for me, it's a 1-6 odds for me winning. Put up my sword. Sword and shield. The light of God is going to be established by the light web. The light of God means that if it's shining behind me, my family, my woman, my children are safe. It's going to shine over me. It's going to blind my enemies. Because I will have affirmed a high moral ground. Why? Because your financial market is immoral. And the world knows it. You have an immoral financial market. Wall Street is an immoral financial market. I can claim the high moral ground if I have a better system than yours. And when I say I mean God. I am. Great I am. He said that was his name to the last generation. He was talking to the future when he said that was my name to the future. He was talking to Moses. All of that is not that's code. Every name means something. I am. Great I am. This is the reason why this sign, I, America, is so important. Because I, America, the abbreviation for that is I am. Okay? That's how I'm coming. And when I come, I'm coming for a fight. It's soft power because I have children. You know, I have love. I got to be able to go fight, come home, take a bath, be with the people I love, be with my woman, right? Then jump my ass back out there with the rest of the Lord. Only way I know that is if I have the high moral ground. If I got the high moral ground and the light of God is shining over me and it's hitting my enemies and they blinded, I'm going to take advantage of that. That means I picked my time to move according to the sun, the moon, and the stars. Joshua did that in the Bible. Okay? That means that there are people out there that's going to fight with us because they seen us coming. They look at the NBA and they look at ACO. These black men are something else. They was bred perfect. They look at the NFL, you know. But this thing is getting warped now. And I'm going to tell you what my personal problem is. I don't have a problem with homosexuality, man. I got a problem with the way that it's bred when a community don't have its shit together. Okay? Like I said, I don't have a problem with homos, man. You do your thing. I don't want the statistics to be getting out of fucking control. That shit's embarrassing to me. I take pride in being a black man. And you sisters should respect that. I don't care what these other niggas is talking about, man, with all this fuckery. I know where I came from. I know what that... The reason why they took the word black and broke it down in lower caps was to take away our power. Black, all caps, that's sign language, that's hieroglyphics. That's where everything came from. That's where all the math, physics, all that came from. That's metaphysics. That's not just a color. You know, just with these Moors and all that, they try and tell you, oh, black is just a color and all. No. Understand where the Caucasian got his legal system from. Trace everything back and then you'll realize, oh, okay, it's Kemet. It's Kush. Right? Ethiopia means black. Kemet means black. All these different things means black for a reason. Because it was all caps at one time. And your sovereignty and reparations was associated with that. Even when it comes to the color of the law. right? The color of law is still the light spectrum. They introduced science with the law, physics with the law, because these so-called founding fathers, some of them were geniuses, and they were Masons. And this is what we dealing with, man. This is what we facing. Masons. You can't be dealing with bitch-ass niggas when you gotta face Masons, man. Your degrees have to be on point, and you have to win your debates, not just with each other. You gotta really produce something that causes them to sit back and say, hold up. Are you saying that there's a DNA sequence in the periodic table of elements? Are you saying that Nikola Tesla found the square root to that? Now you got to prove it. You can't be, you know what I'm saying? They're going to look at you like, oh shit, this nigga done fucked around and got himself in a position where he can prove something. It's hard to even just get there, because as soon as they figure out that you know, they stop you. They do what they can to stop you. They ain't stopping me. Came too far. I'm going to prove it. It's called the Knights Tour Dating and Marriage Contract. It's to solve the marriage, stable marriage problem. That relates to cultural economics. Look that up. My version of that, my thesis, is called Cartesian economics. That's Cartesian coordinates. That's the playing cards. That's why you always see the playing cards there. I'm like a blackjack dealer, right? But all the cards, the math is going to always be the same. The math on the chessboard is going to always be the same. The math on the periodic table is going to always be the same. I'm not going to be out here trying to swindle anybody, hustle anybody. I'm not a job talking nigga. It took years to come up with what I came up with. And I did it because I was seeing something in the Bible that the pastor isn't talking about. I was seeing the math. And if I bring it up to your pastors, they look at me like I'm crazy. If I step in a business meeting and I bring up the Bible code, they look at me like I'm crazy. Don't mention that. You on to something, man. Just don't talk about that. Oh no, don't put that in the patent. Nobody wants to talk about the Bible code. I wonder why. Not even your pastor. I wonder why. I'll tell you. Because they all bitch made by a long dead massa. Fuck your massa. I'm going to wear my beard, and I'm going to show and prove this Bible code is what my ancestors said it was. They had a vision for their future. We are their future. This is just God's vision. It was our ancestors' vision. Our ancestors encrypted the Bible code with this. And I'm going to tell you, let's say I prove it, right? En route to my sarcophagi. This is what I'm proving. I'm proving that money can be transmitted through the Bible code. That sacred geometry can be animated with one geometric shape coming into another geometric shape, folding back in and becoming another geometric shape, all 5 Platonic solids, with the 5th being the 5th element and the 5th force of nature. Okay. Money, 3D files. It's being transmitted through this code. I say Bible code. We don't have to say that. We just say software program. But my ancestors did that. And I'll give honor to William Tyndale for reestablishing the Hebrew code after the Greeks tried to do what they do with it with these Roman Catholics and shit. That was because these Protestants needed to push back against the Roman authority. Okay? They executed, King James executed William Tyndale because he stood ground for a dowry. What's a dowry? That's a marriage contract, royalties, right? Now we back to the marriage contract again. That's why it's a knight's tour. He was executed for a dowry. Right? That's an honorable death, in my honest opinion. Because the Bible is really a marriage contract. Why is your pastor telling you this? Why isn't he telling you that the chromosomes, the names of the chromosomes, is the names of Yeshua's genealogy? Those are chromosomes. DNA can be transmitted through the Bible code. And the Bible code is in perfect alignment with the periodic table. That means it was a system that was granted by pyramids, obelisks, the sacred geometry of pharaohs. Not just Pythagoras. Where did he get it from? Not just Plato and Socrates. No. They got that from somewhere. They got that from the pharaohs. What type shit was the pharaohs on? Every black woman in America is supposed to be asking that question. Because the only thing that can procure your sovereignty and reparations is proof of God. And these niggas ain't nothing but the invention of some long dead slave master. I'm no invention of some cracker in a grave. I'm not going to be that nigga. I'm not going out like that. Fuck that. Now, I know that makes me crazy, mama, but I got love. And I can prove it. I don't want to go out the angry nigga. That's why we get married. That's why we come home after war, you know, and to a family. We can't live like that. Black man is in trouble. Not asking you to save us. You're not God. I know. Gotta save myself. I know. I get it. But I need your back. I need you to back me. Hold the spine of us all. Like L.C.H.P. You notice in the hieroglyphs, just go into the hieroglyphs for a minute, lovey. Notice in the hieroglyphs, you had L.C.H.P. with the wings and his clothing, the sarcophagi of Osar. L.C.H.P. and Het Heru. They both have the wings and their clothing. What are they doing? They protecting Osar. Now here's a parable from Africa. It's the lion and the lioness. Now, if you know about lions and lionesses, right? When the young lions come and run the old lion off, they kill off all of his seeds, impregnate what's there, and create a whole new flock. Unless the lionesses bear down and fight them fuckers off and protect the seeds. That's where you at right now. Y'all got to come together and protect the seeds. Because the young lionesses ran off your father. Okay? That was the whole story about Osar, L.C.H.P, Heru, because Heru was born and restored his father back to the throne. That's where I'm at. I have to restore our father back to his throne. His throne is in the year 2160, 140 years from now. That is called a Nash equilibrium when it comes to gaming systems. John Nash, A Beautiful Mind, go into that. It's a game theory. It's sociology. Political science. It's the ultimate political science. So out of 12.5% of the black community, I may be wrong, but it's this bad. What I'm seeing is this bad. Maybe like 1.5% is truly conscious. Can truly respond to this in a way where it becomes a threat. And I'm not proud to say that. But if that 1.5% does its due diligence, we'll come up with 72 marriages, creatives. Those 72 marriages are going to get 1,000 contracts each that they accounts, 1,000 accounts each. That's 144,000. That fulfills the 144,000 prophecy. We have to fulfill a prophecy. We can fulfill that prophecy with American Sign Language. All right, Tecumseh already did it. Going on Tecumseh because that's my probability function. Because we're going to rewind everything. Everything that, all of the mathematical coincidences, all of the statistical anomalies of that's embedded in American history can be used against Caucasian racism. You can defeat them with that. You just got to run it backwards and forwards in a way where what happened in the past happens again in the future to our advantage. And people will bet on that. It's humanity. It's humanity. It's a 140-year financial market rite of passage. Why? Because when they built this shit, when they made the black man 3/5 human, they slapped a tax on his ass that granted them 60% of America's economy. That's the reason why we went to war with that Southern cracker. We had to fight him because at some point you couldn't just, we could no longer allow them to have us like that. So we fought. It's too much power for that Southern cracker to have, man. 60% of the whole economy, the political power he was gaining. And Abraham Lincoln was basically black. If you look at his lineage, know your history, man. Don't just go on what the fuck they telling you, man. Do your research, because that black Union soldier, he fought and died an honorable death. And we never honored him. All these unsung heroes, man, we never honored them. We sat back and just took hits. This Black Wall Street shit, we didn't do a fucking thing about that, man. I promise you. If you back me, I will not embarrass you. I will not embarrass myself. I will not fail my family. I'm going to be clean cut, polished, and ready to win. That's my word. My word ain't shit, I ain't shit. And I'm somebody. I'm going to sign out on that.